We actually defeated the most horrific regime of our generation, which is Zionism. We defeated Trump as well. He says that we only defeated Netanyahu, but we defeated him as well.
Don't you think that there should be an awareness or a flotilla, symbolic one, towards the shores of the United States that, okay, the actual problem lies somewhere else?
In the end, there's no real Zionism without United States imperialism.
You are popular in Pakistan than most of the politicians right now.
The Palestinian people are the ultimate heroes. A few bunch of people in governments that benefit from relations with Israel and the United States are betraying Islam, are betraying the Islamic people.
So how was your feeling when you came onto the stage and saw the people and the response?
All the things that we heard all of our lives were lies about Islam.
This war has exposed everybody, every nation, every leader. What you like in Pakistan the most? The people, the culture, the food, or the traffic? Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Asad Aijaz Podcast, and today we have a very special guest. You've known the Samud Flotilla or Medellin Flotilla or whatever, the guy who was organizing the Samud Flotilla and he was part of it and he got captured, he got returned, and he was a celebrity after that, is from Brazil, Thiago Avila. How are you?
My brother.
Everything okay? You are in Lahore right now, so we welcome you here, and it's an honor for us to host you in the podcast. Because before that, from Brazil, we only thought that there are only footballers. There are Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and the list goes on and on. But the recent change in the phenomena because of Gaza, many countries chipped in with their part, and Brazil is one of them. Brazil raised a vocal voice, the people there. So specifically about you and the people of Brazil, how did this change happen? Because the people earlier were not, speaking about Palestine. Then all of a sudden, you people are calling for Palestine. Please.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for having me here, not only on the podcast, but also in Pakistan. I'm very glad to be here. In Brazil, we have a lot of solidarity for Palestine. It's just that it was hard to express the solidarity around the world. So we have a lot of people dedicated to that. I'm 39 years old, and for 21 years I've been dedicated to Palestine solidarity as well.
So it's not something new?
No, it's not something new, but it grew a lot. A lot more people came now because they finally understood what the other people were saying, that there was genocide and ethnic cleansing for 8 decades, that there was an apartheid colonial state. There was a racist and supremacist ideology called Zionism. There was not those myths of religious war or people that has always been living in war that has no solutions. Not that at all. It's a colonial settler project that needs to be
because
defeated.
it's the biggest flotilla ever, right? So many trips, so many people, 4,000 people coming to volunteer. Only a few were through because of all the limitations, but it was massive, and you are one of the organizers of it. So so you truly are the celebrity. It's not about some sport or so. Everybody's celebrity, we know, but you know that you are popular in Pakistan than most of the politicians right now, and you know wherever you go, people want to shake hand with you, everything, because this is, you raise the voice for the oppressed people. Okay, one question. You took a flotilla towards the sea, towards the shore of Gaza, and people got to know the issue, and the flotilla achieved the target that there should be awareness, there should be the blockade should be removed, everything. But just in mind, there is one point. This sort of flotilla, some people say that it's only symbolic. What did it actually achieve? So what is your answer to it?
First of all, about the debate of being symbolic or not, you can say it was symbolic for the Palestinian people who managed to fish for the first time in many months when all the Israeli Navy came out of Gaza to intercept us. It was not symbolic at all. Those fish were real for starving people at that moment. I always, when I think of strategy to promote social change, I always think that something that diminishes the force of an oppressive regime and increase the force of the people who are resisting and trying to be free cannot be symbolic. It's actually very concrete. I scale up, like I step up in the long walk to freedom, the direction of freedom. So the apartheid in South Africa didn't collapse in a day.
It
Many
took
years of
years
struggle, and
yes.
even after it got global awareness, global boycott still took a while until conditions were done for that regime to collapse. So the Palestinian struggle is the same thing, that we need to keep on pushing. It's like we have a hammer and a nail, and we are hitting the wall and don't know if that's the hit that is gonna go pierce the wall completely.
Which specific hit would go there?
Yes, but we need to keep on hitting. And that is something that has proven its worth. When you say it's something symbolic, we need to think of how many governments changed their position on Palestine because of the social pressure, that the flotilla was not alone, was together with the demonstration, the boycotts, the very brave people who were disrupting the armed factories as well in the UK, in the United States, in so many countries. All the people who insisted on breaking the media blockade, on producing free information like you're doing right now, who didn't fall for the media lies. So a lot of people together in many different ways, in boats is just one of the many tactics of this global uprising. We actually defeated the most horrific regime of our generation, which is Zionism, that wanted to eliminate completely Palestinians from Gaza, and defeated the biggest military force in the world, the biggest empire, the most destructive empire of history, which is the United States imperialism. We can never forget that now Trump tried to pretend that he's pro-peace, but 3 months ago, he was talking about displacing all the Palestinians and sending them first. He tried Egypt and Jordania, it didn't work. And then he started trying Eritrea, South Sudan, Somaliland, and many countries. So we defeated Trump as well. He says that we only defeated Netanyahu, but we defeated him as well. So this was not something just symbolic at all. This was a very concrete battle that goes in the trench of the battle of ideas, of world awareness and consciousness, but also has a concrete effect on the field. They could not sustain bombing Gaza. So the Palestinian people are the ultimate heroes and subject of their resistance and their liberation. But the internationalist movement was very important as well.
Because when we see the efforts, your efforts, or the Brazil effort, South Africa effort, and the nation's efforts, every nation in the world, they go to the United Nations. They file a case against Israel, record him as a criminal. Everything happens, but then comes the trump card that is vetoing every ceasefire, resolution. So don't you think that there should be an awareness or a flotilla, symbolic one, towards the shores of the United States, that okay, the actual problem lies somewhere else, which is behind the state of the Zionism?
Yes, in the end, there's no real Zionism without United States imperialism. They are their main backbone. They send most of the weapons. They give the diplomatic cover, like you said. They send the money. So in the end, they have a very symbiotic relationship that one serves the interest of the other. So Israel is like a colonial enclave in West Asia to do imperialist agenda, to try to maintain US imperialistic hegemony. And in the counterpart, the United States gives all the cover for this racist regime to commit the most horrific war crimes and to attack all the neighbors and to do the biggest violations against the Palestinians. So it's a quid pro quo. Each one depends on the other and benefits from the other. We need to defeat them both.
So you is there any further flotillas planned, or now the things are all peaceful there, and there is no need for awareness?
Whenever people ask if we had a total victory, I always say no, that we had a partial victory, because Gaza is still not free. Gaza is still under siege for 18 years. The 8 decades of genocide and ethnic cleansing didn't stop. Gaza is still being bombed, despite they call a ceasefire. They call a ceasefire in Lebanon, and Lebanon spent a whole year being bombed, and his land taking South Lebanon as well. And now it's being bombed even in Beirut again, in the capital. So there's no peace in Gaza right now. Aid is not coming in enough quantities, less than 100 trucks some days. They're still occupying 58% of Gaza, and their plan is not of Palestinian liberation and self-determination. They still want a new mandate. Before, there was the British mandate before the Zionists, but now they want a US mandate led by Trump, like to rule that land and to benefit with his horrific projects that has nothing to do with the benefit of the Palestinian people and the rights of the Palestinian people. So the flotillas are still important, because we say that flotillas will not be necessary anymore, or international solidarity will not be necessary anymore, when Palestine is a place without exploitation, oppression, and destruction of nature, which on this case, for that land, has expressed itself in 8 decades of genocide and ethnic cleansing, and apartheid colonial states, and this racist and supremacist ideology called Zionism.
Yes, it's correct. But right now you are in Pakistan, and you have met many delegates from around the globe, especially the Muslim world. How do you see the enthusiasm for the topic of Gaza, and also how it is compared to the Western world?
Actually, it's been very nice to see that the people that has Islam in their hearts, they know that it's a matter of principle, a matter of values. And the few people in the Muslim world that are not in real solidarity with Palestine is because they sold their souls, because they fell for the greed, and they gave up on their most basic things that they read their entire lives in the Quran. So I believe that the few governments, the few bunch of people in governments that benefit from relations with Israel and the United States are betraying Islam, are betraying the Islamic people. Because when we talk to everybody here, to social movements, to political parties, to organizations, to trade unions, everybody wants to do something for Palestine, and they will do anything not to have these children being starved to death anymore, not to have these bombs falling over Palestine anymore. So what we don't do, not only in the Islamic world, but also everywhere else, is to control all of our national governments. And we need to do that eventually, because if people control their governments, there will be no genocide, not in Palestine, not in Sudan, not Congo, no ecocide in any biome, because people know that we want to live in peace, in harmony with nature. So this is something that only oppressive governments can promote.
You are here on the invitation and the event of Jamaat-e-Islami, and you attended that event where lots of people were there, and you had a brilliant speech, and you uploaded this on your socials, and it was remarkable. So how was your feeling when you came onto the stage and saw the people and the response?
It was very nice, because there was a huge gathering of people, and not only people were gathered to share in a community, in the Ummah, but people were gathered in the Ummah to think about a system change. But because I really believe that throughout the years, I came from a non-religious background in my family, and Brazil is mostly Christian,
Yes.
by the way. And I also was always connected to social movements, to the leftist movements as well,
Activism.
socialist movements as well. And I didn't have the knowledge about Islam. And in the last years, not only me, but a whole new generation has been learning about Islam, that all the things that we heard all of our life were lies about Islam. It was Islamophobia, it was racism most of the time. So when we see that Islam is a religion of peace, of tolerance, of love, of justice, we know that we've been lied to always, all the time. And now when we gather among these people and we share the same values, to be honest, we want the same world. We want a world where our children can live safely, or where people can be free, where there's no injustice, where there's not this horrific inequality, where land is shared by people, and people can work on their land and sow the result of their work. So in the end, it's beautiful to see the connections there, and I really cannot understand how come this system tried to separate people so hard and say that you cannot understand that religion because this religion is evil, because this ethnic group is violent. We should reject all of that and connect ourselves as humans. So.
This is the beauty of this struggle in Gaza, because many people before in the West or in the US were thinking that actually the other side is the oppressor, other side kills the people. But this war has exposed everybody, every nation, every leader, that who actually is the oppressor and everything. Last question: you are in Pakistan for the first time?
Yes, for the first time.
You're in Pakistan. What do you like in Pakistan the most? The people, the culture, the food, the dressing, or the traffic?
I had the privilege of coming here to Pakistan, but the problem is that I only came for 3 days. 3 days is nothing for this huge immense country with beautiful culture, beautiful people. So I want to know more about Pakistan. I learned a lot about Pakistani history defeating British colonialism, a history of a country that still needs to be set free, to get rid of dependence from the center of this horrific system, horrific capitalist imperialist system, a country where people has the same interest as we all do, to live in a place without exploitation, oppression, destruction of nature. So I really love Pakistan. It's by far what I love the most was the people. And the traffic, I'm from Brazil, we have quite heavy traffic.
Really?
there. So
Like this?
I believe people drive a little calmer. on the street,
Okay.
But we're also quite chaotic in a good way.
And what about the food?
The food was great as well.
It was great.
Yes.
Okay, because we are known for the hospitality, the food, and the culture here. So these are the things that we wanted to discuss. And next time, I hope that you stay here for a longer period of time, so you explore the different cities of Pakistan, and hopefully you will get this heroic, welcome everywhere you go because of the people of Gaza and because that you are raising voice for them. Thank you very much, Rahmatullah. Thank you.